Yes, Steve Jobs was a go-giver. With your influence and success insight, I'm Bob Burg. We've often discussed here law number 3 from the Go-Giver, the law of influence, which says your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. Well, I'm often asked, what about Steve Jobs? He didn't do that. He didn't. He didn't believe in focus groups. In fact, he said it wasn't the consumer's job to know what they wanted, and that's true. But that takes nothing away from the fact that Steve Jobs knew and operated with the premise that eventually it was a matter of pleasing the customer. One of Steve Jobs' most famous quotes is the following: I've always found that you've got to start with the customer experience and work your way back to the technology. In other words, what he knew was that ultimately it's all about the customer and it's all about their experience. And if he didn't place their interests first and create something for the customer that they loved and were willing to pay for, he wouldn't have been able to do business. But we know he did. And he profited greatly as a result, as did all of us who've had the opportunity to benefit from the wonderful Apple products and services. So, yes, Steve Jobs was a go-giver because he knew it eventually all came down to what the customer wanted. With your influence and success insight, I'm Bob Burg. Make it a great day.